To our Champions League studio here in London. Liverpool, Real Madrid, one of the biggest games this evening. Liverpool with an impressive 1-0 win against Real Madrid at Anfield. We can take you out to Anfield where the manager, Arne Slot, welcome.
I can't believe Jamie's with me. I thought you wanted to do pizza.
Well, as we know, Big Meek's put a lot of pressure on me beforehand, saying what name was I going to get, what was I going to do, and he'd done better than me on the road. I don't remember Big Meek's getting Pep Guardiola, do you?
I've had him a couple of times away at Juventus.
Yeah. Don't worry about that.
Anyway, it's not about you. Arnie, how are you doing? Congratulations. Brilliant performance tonight, sir.
Thank you. It was, I think, deserved win.
You see, Micah, he can't ask the tactical questions, so I'll step in now and bring this on. But Anna,
no, but maybe he can give the answers.
Yes.
Wow. Shame on you,
let's
Jamie.
get back to the game. Real Madrid, obviously one of the biggest, if not the biggest name in European football. That's 2 years in a row at Anfield. You've beaten them. What was the key to the win?
Last season they missed a lot of players. They had many injuries, so you cannot compare that win with this one. But the key to the win was, I think, outstanding performance from the team and from some individuals. And scoring from a set piece does help winning a game. We scored 4 in the Champions League, conceded 0. Scored 0 in the Premier League, conceded 5. So that is a difference. But apart from that, I think we played a very good game tonight, where their goalkeeper was probably the man of the match.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. But the thing that stood out for me, you've said individual performances, but it felt like a real team performance and Liverpool performance in European football, where you get the crowd involved, you look energetic, you look a real threat on the counter-attack.
Yes, and also in a high press, and that helps. If you can press really high, fans like it, the players get energy from it. But the main thing was probably, if you play Real Madrid with a very good team, great manager, everything great. But I told them before the game, scored 26 goals in La Liga, 24 goal contributions from Kylian Mbappé and Vinícius. So if you want to have any chance of winning this game, we need to control those two, and I think we did this outstanding. And talking about an individual performance, Conor Bradley was outstanding today, I think, against Vinícius.
I think the last time we spoke earlier on the season, we spoke about how was Liverpool's defensive issues at the time earlier in the season. Against Aston Villa and again tonight, very few chances given up. Something changed. I mean, we spoke to Dominic Szoboszlai. He said something about a 5-second rule, about getting behind the ball. I didn't know if that was the last 2 games or if that was something that's always been there, but there seems definitely that there's been a big shift.
Yeah, but the biggest shift is that we are not 1 or 2 goals behind. So if you're 1 or 2 goals behind, especially if you know me, I take a lot of risk in the substitutions I make. They're mainly very offensive, so that means you're a little bit more open and exposed as well in the second part of the game, in the second half. And now against Villa in this game we were 1-0 up, 2-0 up. Yeah, then you can control the game a little bit better as well. But if you're 3-1 down, you cannot go to a low block defending. So you need to take a lot of risk. And in general, I don't even think we concede a lot, especially if you take into account how much risk we need to take if we're 1 or 2 goals down. And again, tonight we hardly conceded a chance. And we are still able to create a lot, except for the Villa game. But that's the one we won, and then nobody talks about it.
Well, I know you like talking tactically about the game and your answers, and in the studio we got Thierry Henry, who was a master tactician, loved talking about the game tactically.
Don't put me there. Coach, congratulations first and foremost. Arne Slot.
He worked in Belgium.
No. A question. First and foremost, you mentioned it yourself, but I noticed in the last 2 games the activity of your front three was way better than before. I'm not going to name names, and that becomes easier, obviously, to put pressure and stay higher. But also the capacity that you had in the last 2 games, a bit less against Villa, I will be honest, but tonight to control the transition and making sure that they're never going to really pass the halfway line and you can stay and repeat. And finally, they could fold. Obviously, we all know that Thibaut Courtois had a good game. But what did you concentrate the most on? Was it important, obviously, to press well or to make sure you're going to stop the counters when they're going to go through the pressure?
I think you need almost control everything if you play Madrid because they have so many weapons. But the thing we said was we either press them really high and aggressive or we go to a complete low block. Ooh. Because if you're in between playing against Vinícius and Mbappé, probably one of the players that have the best deep runs and incredible pace, it's so hard to control that. So ideally we press them constantly very high, but never ever give away space in behind the last line. And if you do these 3 or 4 times, make sure you run back instead of forward.
Okay, Liverpool, Real Madrid. Let's go through the highlights from this one, shall we? Where are we picking it up? Let's see. 0-0
yeah, Liverpool
score.
chances.
That's the
yes, it was assist, a Szoboszlai. To come to Verti, who I thought had a really good game actually. And Thierry's actually picking him out every time he did something good. He ended up giving the ball away, but look at that for a save, absolutely outstanding. That was the first one, and then this was the second one. And Jamie's exactly right. I think Szoboszlai has been really good this season, especially with his running power in that midfield. And then we know he can do that, strike the ball. Absolutely brilliant game from him, especially as well defensively. But Real Madrid, chances, Gareth?
Yeah, there weren't too many, to be honest. We obviously spoke about this at half-time, but yeah, they were just a bit disappointing. They had a bit of possession, but never really kind of did anything with it. Again, this was probably the only clear chance, and the other one was kind of where Mbappé had that kind of open up of the foot, which wasn't really a chance, but he created something out of nothing. But yeah, just a bit disappointed in Real Madrid, to be honest.
And we all thought that the big man was going to once again unlock a situation from the corner. The ball was a bit too much on Courtois, not enough pace, as we all know, because it got done after on the goal.
Well, we talk about set pieces a lot now, and the delivery's got to be right. Delivery is fantastic. And the smallest man on the pitch, McAllister, with a brilliant goal. Getting up to speed, you see there, he's just on side, Szoboszlai would just spoke. Amazing delivery, and that was the only thing really. Courtois maybe could have done better, sort of falling back a little bit, but he had the
pace of the ball.
Pace of the ball.
And the pace of the ball. And then Gakpo could have made it too. Really good save, that one.
I think he's got past that.
And I think Salah's just got to roll it across to Verts.
Look at Verts.
He's just had enough. He turned his back. But yeah, in terms of movement, Gakpo come up front for Ekitike, and then Salah there, he just hungry for that goal, but he definitely should have passed. Good defending in the end by.
I mean, if it wasn't for Courtois, let's all be honest,
it could have been 3 or 4. It really could, but Militao, really good tackle.
Gareth, you said kind of disappointed overall with Real Madrid. What was missing?
Just that spark up front. I think me and Thierry were even speaking that we didn't see Mbappé and Vinícius in that final third really just do a bit of magic and get them back into the game. And it was just a bit disappointing that final third. There wasn't really that kind of quality that you would expect from Real Madrid's players.
Can I just ask you about that? Because we sort of did it before, and we talked about that space. With the pace that Vinícius has, we've seen Mbappé do it, and we've seen Vinícius do it, but why are they stopping so much?
It's frustrating. I think it just complicates things maybe. I think sometimes you just need to knock it and test the defender. They're clearly quicker than anyone on that field. So, yeah, only I guess they can answer those questions. But I think maybe they don't do it, maybe because there's not someone else in the box waiting for the crosses. Maybe you need that focal number 9 where it could be a bit difficult.
We talked about it before, Gareth. I do not understand. You have to play what you have in front of you. You have to play the moment. Mm. And even if there is no one in the box, as you said, at least the team went 30 yards back.
Yeah.
And then you can give the ball to your midfielder that maybe will have a strike outside of the box. But I don't know, when sometimes people try to be cute, but there's no need to be cute. If there is space, just give the ball. That all recycling the ball. Sometimes it's too scripted. You have a go. At the beginning, for example, we talked about it. Vinícius Jr. had Conor Bradley in the first 5 to 7 minutes. And then you let him breathe. Why do you let him breathe? Have a go up until he gets a yellow, then he can't defend the same way, but it didn't happen.
But what's it like, though? Because we talked about a left-footer playing on left. You played up front, but on that left-hand side. And you could go both ways. When they beat their man, do they come back inside because they want to go inside and don't want to cross with their weaker foot?
I just said, because we don't have the image now, but when we watch the game with Gareth, we're watching the game, and Vinícius Jr. received the ball in the 1v1 after having a good battle in the first 5 minutes against Conor Bradley. And he passed it back to his left back to receive it back, and it was a 1v3. Then he attacked the 1v3, and I'm like, wait, do the math. Yeah. You had a 1v1. Try to see what you can do with that one. While you recycling the ball for it to come back to you to play a 1v3. I just don't get it at time.
What about the
we have some clip to back it up.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
You know, beginning of the yes, go. You have and by the way, he had him at the very beginning, and then he went into him. He didn't really. It was kind of weird. That's what I'm saying. At the beginning of the game, he had to go, and you could see that maybe Conor Bradley was going to have a difficult game, and then. You see, go back into that one, please. I just, can you go back if you can, please? Because it's very important. And Gareth will, now, go. Please, pause. What do you see, Gareth?
That space in behind.
Why do you push it?
Now go.
And let's talk after.
And then you've got the striker coming in at the back.
Push it, and then I look at you, and then we see who's the fastest. Why you want to play cute? The grass is there. Go, push it. You see the grass, you gotta go.
Was it fair to say that Conor Bradley was pushing him back the other way too?
No.
In terms of getting into the race? I know you're talking about individual stuff.
Go back again. Go back. Pose. What would you have done, Gareth?
I squared him up and then used the space in behind.
Me too.
Okay.
Do you not see the grass there?
So the question is, why is he
Look,
not doing
Heineken. Do you see it? Push the ball.
But why is he not doing it? Is a question.
I don't know.
That's the question.
I don't actually know. Why do you want to go close to the man, bang, 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 left, right? Why?
And then you
push the ball.
And then you run out of space.
Exactly now. Pause now. Look at the space.
It's lost it.
Look at the space. Why do you want to make a situation that was so simple complicated? Now, if you were already there, now, where he is right now, yes, and you have to be cute. Yes, you have to be cute. You have space. Why do you want to be cute? Pushing the ball is sexy too. Huh? You have to beat your man. That's all we're asking you. You don't have to do a nutmeg. You don't have. Look, we showed Gareth at the beginning. I won't even talk about myself. Gareth would have pushed that ball. See you later. Boom. Let's see who's the fastest. And when you walk past the guy, when you run past the guy, that little look to let him know. Woohoo. Hello.
Yes. What about the Trent Alexander-Arnold situation? The fact that he comes back to his former club.
I wanted to say that at the beginning of the game. Is that okay? Carragher is not playing. They put Valverde as a right back. You're going back to your old club. That's a double blow.
Arne Slot was full of emotion and pride as he spoke with Thierry Henry, Gareth Bale, Micah Richards, and Jamie Carragher following Liverpool's stunning victory over Real Madrid. The Dutch manager praised his players' intensity and tactical discipline, emphasizing how his side executed the game plan to perfection. Slot highlighted the energy from Anfield's crowd, saying it lifted the team in key moments, especially when Real Madrid tried to fight back. He commended the squad's unity and resilience, pointing out how even the younger players showed maturity beyond their years on such a massive stage. The post-match chat turned lively as Henry and Bale praised Liverpool's pressing and fluid attacking play, calling it a performance reminiscent of the club's glory days. Carragher and Richards joked about Slot's calm touchline demeanor, but the manager admitted he was burning inside, with passion and focus. Slot also hinted that this win could mark a turning point for Liverpool's season, proof that his philosophy is taking root. With this statement victory over Madrid, the pundits agreed, Arne Slot's Liverpool have truly arrived.